There's a lot of people in Florida who are, fans of Florida with what's going on with Florida. But I haven't met anybody that admires and loves DeSantis as much as you. Why is that? What's the reasoning why you love the governor so much? Like, I'm really curious.
Where should we don't have, we have only an hour, right?
I'm actually curious. Why do you love this man so much?
It's interesting. When we first got elected, all four of us on the cabinet, so for those who don't know, the cabinet consists of the governor, the chief financial officer, the attorney general, and the commissioner of agriculture. And I was actually really hopeful. All four of us were under the age of 50, all had younger families. And I really was like, okay, great. Maybe there's an opportunity for us to show the rest of the country what bipartisan support looks like. We had a lot of mutual friends. I had known the attorney general since our time in undergrad and law school, knew the CFO from when he was in the legislature.
Ashley, right? Ashley,
Yep.
Was that Jimmy Petronas as well?
As CFO. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So I had known them all I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do some good stuff together. And I was really wrong. I'm not wrong a lot in my life, but this was a big one. And unfortunately, starting really kind of towards the latter part of 2019, he just was coming in. There was violations of sunshine. There was just not working with everybody. And the biggest thing started really in 2020 when he tried to come in and take my Office of Energy, which falls underneath the commissioner. And we had done some really, really great things under there. And I was like, why? What's the point? We're doing good stuff. And it came down to power. And that's when I realized that this guy is no good, that he cares about one thing and one thing only, and that's how to get more power. And every decision that he's made since then is how to consolidate power behind the governor. I mean, look what he did to the legislature this past week, that he made the Senate president and the Speaker of the House stand next to him as he vetoed $3.1 billion and laughed at them. That's not who a governor's supposed to be. And I've watched him become a dictator and really try to consolidate this power, marginalize people, yell at our kids, all for his goal of power and to get to the White House.
Okay, so now you say that about him, but tell us, what are you running on so the audience also knows what you're for?
Yep, absolutely. And that's more important. More important to know what the people are running for. So look,
We'll get into both of them, but I just want to make sure they also know what you're for.
So I have been our elected statewide Democrat for 3.5 years. And I have been every single day fighting for the people of our state, making sure that everybody's got a seat at the table, making sure that, people that have been marginalized before know that there's someone fighting for them. And today we have a real serious problem in our state that we have seen that Republicans, unfortunately, and my dad's a Republican, so I want to also be very clear. I grew up in, as you were talking about before on air, that this, communism versus imperialism in your household. My dad is a diehard Republican. When I was doing soup kitchens and Habitat for Humanity in Miami growing up, he was getting me NRA t-shirts. So we are, that's kind of the household that I grew up in.
What was your mom?
She is a diehard Democrat. She was a teacher for 25 years.
And they're still together?
Oh,
or
no.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
That's not a good case example for America there, Nikki. How long were they married for?
25 years.
25 years.
Wow.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
A long time.
25
Well,
years.
very definitely.
Sometimes that 25 years is simply until the kids turn 18. That's what they're waiting for.
Yeah.
So, but go
I
ahead.
was 14, but
Were
yeah.
you? Okay, there you go.
We can't wait in 4 more years. Sorry.
I was 12. They got divorced twice, my parents, in 20 years. They married each other, divorced, married each other, divorce in 20 years.
Wow.
So similar story, but please continue.
So I was watching all of this, and at the end of the day, that's not what government's supposed to be. Government is supposed to be able to bring people together, inspire people, making sure that everybody's got economic opportunities, get that American dream of home ownership and living here, and government staying out of the way. I've always, again, from my dad, was taught about what Republicans are supposed to be about: less government, less taxes, less spending, local control, free market. The Republicans of today don't stand for any of that. And seeing, again, the government intrusion every single day. Where I came in and I created the hemp program here in the state of Florida. So first time we created a new industry in our state, and I created an open market that letting anybody who wants to cultivate, to manufacture, to distribute, has an equal opportunity to succeed. So I look at things of how do I make people's lives better, not how do I go after people, how to make lives better. And unfortunately for, what the Republicans have been doing for the last, couple of years is dividing us. And so I come to the table and say, look, there's a better way to lead. There's a way to make sure that the people are the first priority, making sure we're not taking away people's rights to vote and taking away people's rights to protest and going after communities. And most importantly, we have an economic disaster happening in our state, that people can't afford to live here. We become the #1 unaffordability. We've surpassed California and New York. That's been underneath these Republican leaders. And so I say, look, at the end of the day, I want to come in. I want to give people an opportunity for that American dream and to make sure that we're creating policies that are going to give opportunities.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.